Welcome to my channel. Warth Old Coins today is best top 2 coins one you want to miss. We're diving into the world of Australia. Coins please, don't skip this video. So let's get it started. The 1978 Australian 20 cents 20 coin is a circulating decimal coin that reflects the strength and stability of the Australian economy during the late 20th century, as well as the enduring symbolic ties between Australia and the British monarchy. Minted by the Royal Australian Mint, this coin features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and a stylized image of a platypus on the reverse too. Images that have become icons of Australia's modern coinage. If you have rare coins, you can become rich. Subscribe so you don't miss new videos and find out how much your coins are worth. The obverse displays the second official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Arnold Machin, a British sculptor who designed this depiction to reflect the Queen's elegance and authority. She is shown facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a regal symbol of continuity across many Commonwealth coinages. The inscription surrounding the portrait reads Elizabeth to Australia 1978, clearly identifying the monarch, issuing country, and year of mintage. This design remained in use on Australian coins from 1966 to 1984. The reverse of the 1978 20-cent coin is dominated by an artistic and dynamic image of a platypus swimming gracefully through rippling water, designed by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith and coin designer to Queen Elizabeth II. The platypus, one of Australia's most unusual and beloved native animals, symbolizes the country's rich biodiversity and unique ecological heritage. As a monotree man egg-laying mammal, the platypus embodies the blend of the strange and the ancient that defines much of Australia's natural history. The denomination 20 is large and centrally positioned on the coin's reverse, partially overlapping the platypus image to create a visually balanced and striking design. This artwork, with its fluid motion and symbolic power, has endured as one of the most recognized and appreciated coin designs in Australia. In terms of physical specifications, the 1978 Australian 20-cent coin is struck in Cooper nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, giving it a bright silver color with a robust hardness suitable for long-term circulation. The coin has a mass of 11.31 grams, a diameter of 28.52 millimeters, and a reeded, milled edge. Its relatively large size compared to other decimal coins gives it a commanding presence in hand and allows for the detailed and expansive depiction of the platypus design. The coin was minted in very high numbers, with around 47 million pieces struck in 1978, making it a common coin in circulation, but still of interest to collectors, especially in uncirculated or proof-like conditions. In the numismatic market, circulated examples of the 1978 20 coin generally retain face value, but coins in uncirculated condition graded MS63 or above can be worth $3 to $10 a UD, depending on luster, strike quality, and absence of contact marks. Proof versions, which were struck with specially polished dies and sold to collectors in official Royal Australian Mint proof sets, may fetch higher values ranging from $10 to $30 a UD or more, especially when preserved in original packaging. Though the 1978 coin does not feature any widely known errors, coins with minting anomalies, such as die cracks, off-center strikes, or planchette flaws, can be of significant interest to error collectors and may sell for substantially more depending on the nature and severity of the error. Historically, Australia in 1978 was experiencing steady development and political stability. Prime Minister Malcolm Fraser was in office, and the country was continuing to navigate economic modernization, industrial development, and cultural growth following the social revolutions of the 1960s and early 70s. The platypus, as featured on this coin, resonated deeply with the Australian public. It wasn't just a cute animal, but a symbol of national uniqueness, and its depiction reaffirmed a sense of pride in the nation's environment. Meanwhile, Queen Elizabeth II's portrait underscored the continuing relationship between Australia and the British Crown. At a time when debates over republicanism and national independence were beginning to take shape but had not yet gained widespread political traction, the 1978 20-cent coin also reflects Australia's successful transition to the decimal currency system, which had been adopted in 1966 to replace the pounds, shillings, and pence system. The new coins, including the 20 cent, were designed to be distinct, practical, and visually connected to Australia's natural identity. The platypus design, still used today, became an enduring legacy of this effort. The coin's large size and high durability ensured it was widely used for vending machines, phone booths, parking meters, and everyday shopping, making it a highly functional and recognizable piece of the nation's currency system. Next, the 2001 Australian 50 cents 50 coin is a significant piece of modern Australian coinage, both for its distinctive shape and size and for its commemorative importance. As 2001 marked the centenary of Federation, a major milestone in Australian history. While many 50-cent coins from 2001 bear commemorative designs for the 100th anniversary of Australia's Federation in 1901, there was also a standard issue coin for that year featuring the coat of arms of Australia, which was part of the regular circulating series. This coin was minted by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra and stands out not only for its design and symbolism, but also for being one of the largest and most visually striking coins in Australia's decimal currency system. The obverse front of the 2001 50-cent coin features the fourth effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Ian Rank Broadley, a British sculptor. This portrait, first introduced in 1999, is a more realistic and mature depiction of the Queen compared to earlier versions, and it remained in use on Australian coins for over 2 decades. The Queen is shown facing right, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, with the inscription Elizabeth to Australia 2001 surrounding her portrait. The Rank Broadley design is admired for its detailed realism, highlighting the Queen's features with dignity and clarity, and it marks a transition toward more modern representations of the monarchy in Australian coinage. The reverse back of the standard issue 2001 50-cent coin displays the Australian coat of arms, which features a shield with the symbols of 6 Australian states: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. Supporting the shield are 2 native Australian animals, the kangaroo on the left and the emu on the right, chosen for their symbolic value, as neither animal can move backward easily, representing progress. Above the shield is the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, and behind the entire design is a decorative wreath. The denomination 50 cents appears at the bottom. This design was first introduced in 1966 on the round silver 50-cent coin and then reused from 1969 onwards on the 12-sided version made from cupro-nickel. The 12-sided shape is unique among Australian coins and helps distinguish it by touch alone, a feature helpful for both the visually impaired and general public. From a technical standpoint, the 2001 50-cent coin is struck in cupro-nickel 75%, copper 25% nickel, giving it a silvery appearance with high durability. It is dodecagonal 12-sided, weighs 15.55 grams, has a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, and a thickness of 2.55 millimeters, making it one of the heaviest and largest circulating coins in Australia. These features give the coin a substantial feel and presence, making it not only practical for circulation, but also ideal for commemorative designs. In 2001, alongside the standard coat of arms version, the Royal Australian Mint also issued a special series of commemorative 50-cent coins, one for each Australian state and territory, celebrating their individual roles in federation. Commemorative coins featured state crests and historical emblems, and are popular with collectors. In numismatic terms, the standard 2001 50-cent coin is relatively common, with tens of millions minted. In circulated condition, it is typically worth face value. Though uncirculated or mint-state MS-63 to MS-66 examples can command prices ranging from $2 to $10 a UD, depending on their condition and whether they were struck for circulation or came from official mint packs. Proof versions or specimen strikes issued in coin sets are more valuable, especially if preserved in original packaging, and may fetch $25 to $80 a UD or more. The commemorative versions for each state are also collectible, and full sets from 2001 remain in high demand among both new and experienced collectors. Historically, 2001 was a landmark year for Australia, as the nation celebrated 100 years of federation. Commemorating the unification of the 6 colonies into the Commonwealth of Australia in 1901, the centenary was marked with national events, educational programs, and, importantly, special coinage. The 50-cent coin played a central role in this celebration as it provided a large enough canvas for detailed and meaningful designs. The presence of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse reminded Australians of their constitutional monarchy. Even as national sentiment and pride in the Federation's democratic structure were emphasized on the reverse, the 50-cent coin is also highly symbolic because of its civic design elements. The coat of arms reflects not only the history and governance of the country, but also the natural wildlife and unity of the Australian states. The kangaroo and emu, central to the national identity, are recognized worldwide and reinforce a sense of Australian uniqueness and forward-thinking character. The Commonwealth Star represents both the unity of the Federation and Australia's role as a sovereign, yet monarchic nation under the Crown. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.